Now hey guys, welcome back to the channel at another Swiss 001 video, and now we are back at another of those videos where I'm just immediately in the game flying around the planet. Yeah, here we're back on the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, released 3 months ago now almost. It's been a while actually. And guess where we are today? Yes, we are flying in Colombia. Not to smuggle anything, but we're actually here to check out a special airport, I guess. Yeah, we are flying right now above the city of Manizales. Is that how you pronounce? Probably not. We have a stadium down there. That is kind of nice, and I think that's some kind of cross down there too. Again, the graphics here are amazing in the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and guess what? We're actually approaching an airport at this moment, and we can actually see our airport ahead already. And as you can tell, this is not a very easy airport. We can already tell that already. Let's just go ahead and get the flaps out, get this plane fully ready for the landing. Let's get the landing gear out as well. There we go. Everything is coming out quite nicely, and we're coming in very quickly for this landing. Yeah, as always here, pretty much. Let's go ahead. Oh yeah, this is not a long runway. And a touchdown. Let's go ahead. Very nice. Let's go. We've also managed to stop very nicely as well. That was perfect. Now, yes, actually this airport is called La Nubia Airport. It serves the city of Manizales, Colombia, as I've already said. And, you know, this airport is actually one of this city's main problem areas. You know, airports are very important for the economy of this, you know, of a region, obviously. You know, this is really just basic infrastructure at this point. And, you know, this airport is kind of struggling to keep the standards. Now, see, the airport of La Nubia has a few minor or major issues, actually. And, yeah, the most obvious one is obviously that it doesn't have the longest runway, does it? Yeah, this runway is only 1,400 meters long, which is 4,800 feet. That is not long at all, especially considering that the elevation of this place is 6,700 feet. And, yeah, what can I say? It's not good at all to have a runway this short at an altitude this high. I mean, yeah, that's pretty obvious. And, yeah, what that runway problem means is that basically not every plane can fly here at all. Again, let's consider that this is the main airport of this city. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, that really has gone wrong there. Wow, that is so interesting. Wow, how did I manage to fail that hard? Jesus Christ, let's try this again. Yeah, this is the Cessna Citation Longitude, a plane not too big for this place, at least I would think so. Let's maybe take out from this side of the runway because, you know, on this side there isn't much terrain compared to the other side. I mean, we crashed into these buildings there. That was really not good. This plane is really not big, and it doesn't need a long runway either. This is kind of worrying me. Let's, by the way, check the VFR map here. As you can tell, this is really the only airport in the region. All right, let's go ahead. Come on. This is looking like this could be a more successful landing this time around. Come on. There we go. Please take off. Okay, now we've got somewhat of a stable flight, but the elevation of 6,000 feet does definitely tell. This is not good. Let's try some bigger planes here anyway, of course. Yeah, welcome aboard. Maybe a little bit of a bigger airliner. Yeah, this is going to work out, isn't it? Now, actually, due to this plane's small runway and high elevation and pretty small ramp space as well, the only aircraft that can actually use the airport are turboprop aircraft, such as the Fokker 50, which I've recently made a video about, or the ATR 72, or maybe even the infamous Q400-8 plane. Now, these are some typical regional airliners that don't need a long runway and that can operate at some more, you know, severe airports. Yeah, definitely. This region is limited to only a few planes, which cannot carry as many passengers and that can fly as far and fast. Alright, let's go ahead and get the landing gear down. Get this plane ready for a landing down here at Nubia Airport. Let's try this. Oh, not a good landing there. Not a good one at all, but maybe we can try stopping though. Oh, Jesus Christ. See, here in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, the planes stop very quickly. By the way, this runway is extremely narrow as well. I've never really noticed it that much. But, yeah. Now, we cannot actually replay this landing because there's no replay mode in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, which really sucks. We cannot watch the landing itself. But as you can see, we have somewhat landed. Alright, now we're back in a smaller plane, but that is actually for a reason. And let me just demonstrate one of La Nubia's other problems that it has, and that's the weather. See, let's actually turn the weather to live weather. Yeah, Microsoft Flight Simulator can actually sync to the live weather of what it looks like in real life, and it looks like this. It genuinely does right now. Welcome to La Nubia. Yeah, one of the main problems here of La Nubia Airport is the weather. You know, we have fog here, rain, and especially actually winds. Right now we have a wind speed of, doesn't say it here, but we're gonna find out when we actually go ahead and take flight, which is what we're gonna do now. There we go. All right, there we go. Looking good. Let's engage in the parking brake. And we are now on the takeoff roll in this King Air, which is a plane that I found to be struggling most with altitude, so this might generally be a crash again. All right, 90 knots. I think we can already slowly start to take flight. There we go. Oh my goodness. All right, let's follow this river here because we have to gain somewhat of a speed to properly take off. Yeah, this is quite an interesting airport. Again, we're synced to live weather, and the weather seems to often just look like this. Very foggy. I mean, you know, it's the mountains here. So that's really not good. All right, but let's actually try flying some bigger planes than the A320. I mean, the A320, as we could see, you know, it did stop perfectly fine. So let's just move on to somewhat of a bigger plane. Yeah, maybe we can make this a major international airport, which is what we will not be able to do, but, you know, we're just gonna try. Yeah, welcome aboard the 787. Interesting plane, and especially a large one. As you can see, all the engines are actually almost hanging over grass here, which is something I do not want to have normally, but whatever. Let's just go ahead and take off and see if this is even gonna happen. Parking brake. All right, let's hope that this works. The flaps are all ready. Let's go ahead and take off. I mean, this could be, you know, a long haul flight to Manizales directly. Runway doesn't really allow that, but all right, we're just gonna try. 100 knots, 110 knots, 120 knots. This is actually pretty damn close. Oh, and but we're off the ground. We're off the ground. That is good. We are off the ground indeed, and we are actually flying, sort of. Okay, all right. We can actually move on to a bigger plane as well. Let's try taking off the 747 out of Manizales Airport. All right, 747-8. This plane is very large. Both engines are actually hanging above grass. That's interesting. Let's try taking off anyway. All right, we're running this plane at full power. Let's go ahead and disengage the parking brake. There we go. And now we're on our way to the skies. I hope this is gonna happen, actually. Yeah, this plane is actually used to runways at least thrice as long as this runway. Oh goodness. Oh, we have overrun. We have definitely overrun. Come on, can we have some kind of flight? Oh, house. Crash into a house. Crash into some... Yeah, okay, this 747 is obviously too large for this small airfield. Well, it's not even an airfield. It's a commercial airport, isn't it? So, yeah, this airport sucks, and the only way to get proper, you know, aviation infrastructure into the city of Manizales is obviously to build another airport. But that is a whole other story. I have no idea where, because, you know, there's mountains everywhere. This is really the only location where you could build an airport, so just build a new one. Oh, so yeah guys, thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you tomorrow. As always, good night.